Oh ho! Pembroke Hospital. Rest in bed till the next night. Not doing that right now. I want to go see if there's any more, you know, cattle to feast upon first. How do you increase your mesmerize level? Is that like tied to your actual level? Like once you increase a certain number of levels, then you get access to higher mesmerize, and that lets you get higher quality people to feed on. Kind of want to explore. Motherfuckers. You don't know I'm a vampire. I want to go back down to the docks, because I want to see if I can nab any of the people over there. You die. Die. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Oh, great.
There's one of them. What's your say? Die, Vampyr!
I want Artie. Right? Am I going the right way? I am. So many damn people out and about. Gate. There's a gate, right? Where the one guy was that got eaten. Heart rate. I want that way. Right? Somehow. Alright.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this garden. Something's...
There's the turquoise turtle. You!
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Jason Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Oh, oh no, he only needs the one. I have 3.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Alright, go on.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. A bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. Now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Ooh.
Is there anything in particular?
How dare you?
Why?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair.
We've already been over this.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Ah, he's mesmerizable.
Goodbye.
Uncover more information about him.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You'd best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
I'm a good Englishman in the 1900s.
Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London, and here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Huh?
Goodbye, Miss Kemp.
Oh?
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Call me Acula. I'm a doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
That's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in.
You're about to save many dry throats.
Cool.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too, I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older, but I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Goodbye, Mr.
You are a drunk anarchist, dude.
Are they stupid or something? I never... You know, it would be nice to see each other outside the pub.
The situation won't last forever. After, we'll have plenty of time to plan the future.
Good thing we haven't seen Seymour for a while. Even Dyson has stopped coming in every night.
The pub's become right peaceful, don't you think?
Gravediggers. Might as well track this. Just got it.
Get them weapons ready! Mine! I'll take it! That leech is full!
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Keep the gin bottles. Ah, bottles. Ooh. Youth arrested for attempted murder. Last night, young man named Tom Watts was arrested by police for attempted murder for an address throughout the Silver Ball and Percival Street. So, putting on customers for about 1 minute without firing. 2 witnesses promptly heavier. Watts incident refused to give any actions. Only gave his name. His gun was loaded. Confirmed. It's likely Watts filled full force of courts for his transgression. Jailed for a few years at least. Alright, interesting. Has a bit of a sordid past, it seems. While I'm over here, is there anything nearby? Back across the bridge. Also back across the bridge. Okay, let's just go talk to Tom first. Tom, we need to talk.
Be cursed. Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Your warehouse wasn't empty.
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
You don't say. Take your
Here is
booze.
your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Oh, lots of hints here.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
So you mean your customers know about your sordid past?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time, a proud wet boot boy.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
You realized what it means to take a life. You feared what it would be like to carry that guilt with you.
Believe me, Doctor, I wasn't scared. I wasn't even afraid to face the wet boot boys after I'd failed.
Huh. Fuck up a detail?
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others and die eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and fear run the show, I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened, staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
All right. One last hint.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Rena has anything to
Still
say?
working at this hour. That's what I call dedication.
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else.
Did it surprise you to find out about it?
Not really. I was already aware of his reputation before I met him. That's why I came to the Turtle in the first place.
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give me stability, you know? At least to some degree. And I wasn't mistaken.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe Tom has renounced his life of crime?
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth. Tom Watts is a good man. One of the best.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid ways?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed. And we never know what we're really capable of until it's too late.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
What is going on with your eyes? What? Oh, Jesus. Johnny, you don't look so good. What happened?
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Because I fed on somebody or something? Let's try to do this. Oh, you're people.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No, hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. It's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sounds like another quest.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Eh.
Goodbye, Mr.
Am I really cursed? It would explain so much.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Oh, so you're saying that no one would miss you if you suddenly turned up dead.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
That's it, huh? No details? Oh, but you're a level 2. Hey, wait a minute. I have a thing for anemia.
Do you need help?
A real doctor cares about
It's
me.
your lucky day, kid.
I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nothing new to say.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Uh-huh.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Am I really cursed? It would explain so much.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave you then. Good night.
Fascinating. Keep that in mind for later. Or do you have a cold?
I can feel it coming in my boat.
Good evening, Mr. Fish.
Yeah.
Do you require med... I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Goodbye.
Why are you kicking on that door? What? It's the bridge. Blood! Rat! Ah! Oh. That it? I'm gonna try to investigate that one further, huh?
This is despicable.
Jonathan, you look horrible. How's no one noticing that you look like a fucking monster?
It's on to us! It's on to us! It's on it! It's on it! He's done for!
Gun not equipped? Nah, because the scythe is equipped to that. Why it won't let me. I just realized. You fucking died.
It's locked, all right.
Oh yeah, this is where I was getting chased.
Steady, boys! Fucking fast!
Ah!
I have this thirst for blood.
Leech! Oh my god! That leech!
Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects.
Aye, flowers.
May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace.
That one, most of the way done. Seeing as we're in the area. This the first hideout? This is. Also, that lady still is long gone.
locked, all right.
One up side.
Back in the grave! It's one of them! Christ! He's dead! Get away! Bloody leech!
I cannot enter.
Ooh, a treasure trove.
It's locked.
So many shillings. So much grease.
this place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary.
Hello, boys. About your last mission. Southwick. Deal with it. Be glad I don't report your approaches. Go. There's how to cut your balls off. A little bird also told me I saw it by the pier. So now I'm just a loony scared by his own shadow, or a nutcase who mumbles and trouble. Good. I like him. I'm happy. But be assured that nutcase. Carcass after the fucking monster I saw sucked your brains out. For the following nights, fellows, I heard they'll be foggy and rainy.
This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
I can't actually grave. Is this bitch gonna spend the entire time shrieking in the distance, or is she gonna like come at me at some point? That's back in the main part of town. Hello. Hey, new hideout. Honestly, the hacksaw is probably the much better option. It's same amount of damage, but it comes out faster. So yeah, that's upgrade that then. Ooh, I can bring it up to level 3. I assume these are the same things. Are blood points when the weapon hits? I prefer more damage. Oh, okay. I get it. Got a good hacksaw. Free one steak. Yeah, I know. Ammo box. Not liking the pistol. Sawed-off shotgun might be good. Well, this is the office. Kinda digging the background music in this game. Like it almost gives me like a Silent Hill vibe. I like it. It's perfectly unsettling. Gotta get my shillings. Back. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Back into the thing. Jar, some grease. Wait, Rufus Kingsbury? The Rufus Kingsbury district? That's the name of the homeless kid. How come you get your own goddamn district to yourself? That's Rufus, right? Yeah, that's Rufus. Locked. To get. Springs. Open. Leads me back over there. Mustard. Bigger than you'd think. Talk to you.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day.
Oh.
Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
Huh.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No. I don't want to remember it.
Too bad.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson and Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Fascinating.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
With the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
It's locked, all right.
Problem is to solve one.
Go talk to that one chick.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guy.
Not you.
You again.
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are. I know, I saw one, but no one believes me.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't human. Not human at all.
Ah!
Goodbye.
That's all it hints, though.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces round.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
Cool.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Hey, that's all her hints. You don't have a social circle. Nobody's looking for you when I get you. I do want to get that last 10 off of him. There's still a bunch of people over here that I have not even met yet.
Can I see?
As long as you act.
Let's sell Thomas's cross. Oh. What is going on over that direction? Oh. All right, I appear to have found somebody.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Oh, it's the next Braille book. You good?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
All right. Get the hell out of here. Ooh. A letter. May always remember that your son loves you. Won't change. I was born and raised. And I just. Goodbye, Jack.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Sell it to someone. I'm gonna say no. Oh, there's more people to talk to in the Western docks. Okay.
cannot enter.
That's not fair. Let me teleport up to him. Let me teleport over to him.
Bloody monster!
It's locked, all right.
You're a talky person. This is a hideout. Ugh.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Oh, there's a trash can. This is where the dude's booze was. Looping around. Can I just not get over to this side yet? I think this just might be inaccessible to me.
I cannot enter.
Doesn't even open from this side. How do you get over here? I think this is just blocked off to me for the time being.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Ah! That's earlier. This is bullets. Off.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Howdy. It's mesmerization level.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go
You still
outside.
working at this hour?
Goodbye.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Okay.
Evening.
Evening, Mr.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
I can feel it coming in my bones. I hate you.
Side of the docks. Pembroke, huh? Completely unknown district of the city. Let's just get back to the hospital. Oh, but I do want to eat him, but he still has a thing. And I didn't fuck it up, because it didn't give me the message telling me I fucked it up. Can't locked. I mean, we got experience just from going around doing quests. What to do? I can't even open it from the side.
It's locked.
Locked. How did I not get over there? Where's... What is up here? Think I ever... No, I definitely went in here. This is the bridge. It's technically Pembroke Hospital. Hey, now I can open it this way. You guys are awful at your jobs. There was a bunch of fucking zombies over there. Even a... Hi there.
cannot enter.
Locked doors. Hey. This is around where I bumped into Clay Cox, I think.
It's locked.
In fact, yes, this is the entrance to the hospital.
I cannot enter.
Can't go that way, though. God knows why. Dead body in the street, nothing special.
It's locked, all right.
Hey, safe house. The Vampyr Club.
I cannot enter.
Bullets. You really can't teleport over there, huh? Yeah. Really can't teleport up there? Hold on. It's still working. playback just froze for a hot second there, so it made me worry. Where's this? Guys. Let's go sleep.
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Hey, let's just give it to Strickland. I don't give a shit. I'm a vampire now. What do I care? Kill them all. It's more things for me to feed on. You are Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to...
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and
Ooh.
put this placebo there for future use.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Upstairs.
It's locked. At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Damn it! Fatigue, major source of the throat. Mortimer is not infected with Spanish flu. Give it danger and patient. Overqualified as a nurse. Neglecting her professional duties.
It's locked, all right.
I'm quite busy.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a politician.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Thank you.
Good evening, Doctor.
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice. It's not the flu or anything life-threatening. What has you so worried?
He was at death's door when he was brought here. I just want him to be better as soon as possible.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know. He might need to stay here longer than expected.
Take care of him then, Dr. Reed. People here only seem to focus on contagious patients. I worry my poor Mortimer will be neglected.
Goodbye, Mrs. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
I have to...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
You!
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Goodbye.
Speaking of Tippet, where is Tippet? 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 Tippet!
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any...
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life.
Good man,
She has what it
Tippets.
takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Goodbye.
For real though, let's rest. Duh! Look at him! Ooh. It's cost so much! This one's cost so much. You should just every night the consequence of your action may improve or degrade health status. Degraded due to disease spreading among citizens. More lives you take, the unhealthier district becomes. If district health stat drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. Mortimer has stabilized. Play, I hope, is like available now. Healthier. They have dropped to serious. Are still stable. The docs have somehow become healthier than the hospital. Probably because I killed Thomas. For his blood. How do you increase mesmerize level? Wanna know.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. What about my thirst for blood?
Well, I mean, you've already killed once. Answer the door. That case. Ah! That. Fuck.
Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up!
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. They've already cleaned up Tom's body.
It's locked.
Well, use the key. Dungeon time. I'm pretty sure I already had all those ingredients. Like, in bulk. Our way out.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, lovely.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
What?
I cannot enter. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Ah! Alright, we're not alone.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Hello? Liston knife. New type of offhand weapon. Directly absorb blood. I'm good.
It's locked. It's
locked. Death report. Samuel Connor. Caucasoid. Found fisherman. Pneumonia. Influenza.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Room. Oh. Okay. John Doe? Well, that was easy.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Get over it.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
That's achievement for fatigue. I've already done that. Ta-da! Come and get it, boys. I love how you're giving me so much stuff, though. Hello.
It's locked.
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Hey, Cox.
Miss, please, I feel sick.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I have found the gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Okay.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all I like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
Prepare to die soon.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
No relationships. Alright. Hint required.
I'll leave you for now.
Tippins.
Summer's epidemic was difficult.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Really?
Good.
You.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Wait, what?
Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Why did not send me back into the morgue?
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
I think it might be in the morgue. God damn it. I just left the damn place. Oh, it was in the room? Could I examine the I can't examine the body. I didn't know that.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talk.
Oh, Tippets. I was so proud of you, dude. We need to talk, Tippets. Milton.
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I'm afraid not.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Goodbye.
Gwyneth? Do you know about this?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me what Dr. Tippets did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippets would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippets in our situation?
Do you have any idea how good he is in bed? I can't afford to lose that.
To clear Dr. Tippets' name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Cover Dr. Tibbets in exchange for his resignation.
The patients are not fools. They know we are overwhelmed by this horrid...
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good...
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippets, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
All right.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there by the sea, read poetry, and wait for death.
Goodbye.
Success. Where's Brannigan? What's her take on this? I'm coming for you. Don't you worry. I just want to see how much I can squeeze out of you first. Where the hell's the nurse? You're a nurse. The other one.
me. What a blundering idiot.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls? When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Jesus. Well then... I've already done this.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Good evening,
But in the
sir.
circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the
Good
doubt.
evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
I have to...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
Good...
Brannigan! Ah. Is that?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nope, nothing. What do you got for me?
Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death.
Now let me tell you all about phrenology.
Put in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition...
Also, your eyes look nightmarish. You should get those checked out.
Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician.
You don't look that much younger than I do.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
All right. We finally get to meet Lady Ashbury that we accidentally unlocked dialogue for much earlier than we should have. Here, ooh. I can walk right out onto the streets. The convenience. Alright. For now, though, I'm gonna call it. Tab over to OBS here. Goodbye, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, the usual.